Today we've got a super informative episode for you. The top 9 most common questions about wall printing. These are the things people ask us all the time, literally hundreds of times, in comments under our videos and posts. If you've ever wondered how wall printing actually works, don't skip this one. You'll get clear, honest answers based on my real experience. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Rafael from Wall Printers, and on this channel I share what I've learned in the wall printing world, how to get started, what to expect, and how to turn it into a real business. Let's jump in. Let's start with one of the biggest questions. How do you transport the printer? Do you really need a van or a bus? Is that another necessary investment? Good news. The printer actually fits into a regular station wagon if you fold the seats. Of course, when you go to a job, you'll take more gear with you. A ladder, tripod, inks, all that stuff. That's why special transport bags for the printer are super helpful. They save time and nerves. But if you want to work comfortably and look professional, a small van like a Berlingo or Caddy is your best bet. Now, another question we hear all the time. What's the size of the Wall Printer Pro? When it's ready to work, the standard height is 232 centimeters in the version with wheels. If you work with different wall heights, there are also extensions and extra frames. And what about low ceilings? For example, if your room is only 2.2 meters high. No problem. You can adjust the setup. By using shorter rails and smaller frame parts, you can easily print even in a 220 centimeter high room. So, no limits, just smart setup. Now here's a question we've seen dozens of times in the comments. Can I see the printer live? Yes, you can. We organize live demos at our headquarters in Szczecin, Poland, and there's a direct flight from the UK that takes less than 2 hours. You'll see the printer in action, check out real print samples on different walls, and ask any questions you want. Just fill out the contact form. Link in the description, and our team will help you book your visit. Trust me, you don't want to miss this experience. All right, time for one of my favorite questions. Why not just buy a cheaper wall sticker? We've heard this one hundreds of times. Comparing a sticker to wall printing is like comparing flip-flops to running shoes. Sure, both go on your feet, but they serve a totally different purpose. Stickers are quick and cheap, but they're not durable. They peel off, and they can't handle wall textures. Wall printing is next level. The UV ink blends right into the wall's surface. It becomes part of it. It looks professional, lasts long, and you can print any custom design you want. And speaking of durability, if a print is made outside a building, how long will it last in normal weather conditions? Indoor prints last around 10 years, outdoor ones about 5. Of course, it depends on how you protect them, especially outside. Always make sure the conditions when printing are right, temperature above 18 degrees Celsius, no wind and no rain. And what about removing the print? What if a client gets bored of it and wants to get rid of it? The easiest way to remove it is simply by painting over it. That's a big advantage. The print doesn't really damage the wall texture. That's a huge plus compared to peeling off wallpaper or stickers, which can tear the plaster and can't just be painted over because they stick out from the wall and stay visible. Let's talk tech for a minute. You often ask, can the printer handle uneven walls? The answer sounds complicated, but it's super simple for Wall Printer Pro. You can calibrate it to a certain point. If the wall has small bumps or curves, no problem. But every case is different, so we always say, send us photos in the tech chat. Our team will tell you exactly if your wall is good for printing. Another popular one, can it print from the very edge to the ceiling? Not exactly. Because of how the printer is built, there's about a 40 centimeters margin on each side. You can see the exact dimensions on screen right now. But don't worry about that. Wall printing isn't about covering the whole wall. It's about creating stunning, irregular designs that pop. Those margins, they actually make your composition more creative. That's it for today. I've answered the most common questions we get from you. But if something new popped into your head, drop it in the comments below. And if you're thinking seriously about starting your own wall printing business, fill out the contact form on our website. You'll get all the details and see how we support you from day one to success. If this video helped you and you've seen the question you asked me on our social media, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We've got more real insights and tips coming soon. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.